The Bible talks about the wife being a helper or an helpmeet for the husband or the man. Talk to me a little bit about playing that role, being a helper in your home to your husband.
Mm. Wow, good question. Yes. So being a helper, this reminds me of, we just went live with our friends, and the husband, his name is Yanu, he said a lot of people take for granted, a lot of men especially take for granted having vision for their life, for their family, for their marriage before getting married, so that they can choose a partner suitable to them, to be a good helper to them. I think that this is why it's important to follow what God says, because God knows what we need. We think we know what we need, but we mostly just know what we want. But God knows what we need. I didn't even know what I didn't know. I didn't even know to look for someone who had a vision for their life in that way. Like when I was dating Thomas, he literally wrote us a little book. Like he wrote us a book, like with the vision for our family, so that everything is clear, everything is laid out plain, what our life is to be and how I can help him. So for me, being a helper is helping fulfill the vision which God has given Thomas for our family. And he's the head of our family. So he carries the vision, and then I am alongside him to see it through. And I agreed to the vision when I married him. And so that's where I find myself. Now, some of the things that I do to help are, I just always ask him. This is something people take for granted. You can ask your spouse, how can I help? How can I be helpful? So, or are you comfortable? Can I get you something? Can I do something for you? Like, ask your partner that. So that's something that I think I make a habit of it. Do I? Yes. So, yeah, I always ask him, what would you like to eat? Is there anything I can do to help with this? Encourage him to get rest, things like that. So it's very practical, honestly. It looks like helping raise the kids. That was the help he needs, so he can focus on the work that he's doing for our family. He's behind the camera right now, and it's a lot of work, like editing the videos and all that. So I am able to help with Charlie so that he's able to focus on those things. I'm able to feed him so that he can have strength to work. I'm able to, fulfill my wifely duties, if you will, so that he doesn't lack in that department, so that he has energy, so that he's fulfilled, so that he doesn't feel, tired of the work, so he can have some joy in his life, some satisfaction. And I'm able to, keep the house. Well, the house could look better at times, but, keep the house up so that he has a comfortable place to lay his head, so that he has his office to himself and things are neat in there so he can work. I pick him up from work. I drop him off at work, I help with the finances. I pay the bills. Like I mentioned paperwork earlier. I do all the paperwork stuff. And, you guys don't need to know all these details, actually. The point is where he doesn't have time to do, or where I can do it more easily. And so that it frees him up to do the things he's best at. I feel like that's how I'm able to help.